I'm gonna give you the top three things that men hate that women do. Yeah. So if you're interested in attracting a man, this is something you might want to pay attention to so that you can get out of that nasty rut you've been in and quit finding guys you don't want to be with. Number one, indecisiveness. Yes, it's the nature of women, as it's stated, to say that you don't know what you want. But I have a question. Is that BS? Because most women actually do know what they want. We hate when you play as if you're dumb. Trust me, if the man who found you and you allowed in your life loves that you play dumb or blonde, as it was termed, he's probably not the guy for you. Because just like men want respect, we know the women want respect too. And so if you act dumb or you act as if you don't know what you want when you do, all it does is frustrate us to no end. Now, I know that women like excitement. Guess what? Men do too. We both like excitement and we can have excitement. But when it comes to where we're going to eat dinner, if you already know where you want to eat dinner, why the hell would you play the game? Just tell us so we can say, yo, babe, that sounds good. Or, nah, I want to go do XYZ. Or, you really like that place? Fine, we can go. But when you act as if you don't know and you expect us to read your mind for us to go down the list to sort through whether or not you really want it. Have you ever seen that story, the skit from Key and Peele, where they start out the skit, there's a couple coming to the other couple's house and they come in like, hey man, how you doing? So good to see you. Sorry we're late. Woo, woo, woo. And then Key and Peele say, man, I'm sorry we're late. But my wife was in the shower. We supposed to leave by 7. At 7:15, she's still in the shower. I walked in and I said, babe, it's 7:15. And she looked at me like, what? What you want me to do? And he says to himself, I looked at her in her face and I said, yeah, it's kind of like that. When you know what you want, say what you want so we don't have to play the game. We don't mind being in a game of love and play, but indecisiveness makes us think you really don't have a clue. And if we think you really don't have a clue, we're going to be irritated because we're going to lose respect for you. We're going to be turned off because there's no fun at all in playing a mysterious game that you already have the answer to that you just won't share. And it will impact your relationships. I'm not saying become masculine. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you know what it is you want, just say it. We know we're both not wired the same. And if you want to have cohesiveness in your relationship, minimize the appearance of indecisiveness. The second thing that men hate is flakiness. Walking around as if you're just woo ha, lost on the planet. Not the same as indecisiveness. But the woman that's confident, that knows who she is. Yes, we know that women, traditionally speaking, are far more critical of themselves than men are. We understand that. We understand that there's a lot of abuse that have happened throughout the years. We understand that there's been misuse. We understand, well, we don't understand the whole idea that women dress up for women. We don't, what? You're going through all of this? Well, what we really know is that the reason you're being flaky is because you're out of tune with who you are. And yes, I know women tend to be more emotional creatures. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. Bring it. It's part of who you are. Yet at the same time, while expressing your emotions and who you are and what you're up to, don't you have a sense of who you are? I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Because oftentimes we get caught up in these stereotypes of our roles and genders, and we think, well, it's okay. Women, I'm trying to help you keep your man. Being flaky does not help his life. You are this or you are that. And it's okay to say, I'm this, but today I want that. See how that works? It's really simple. You're just being clear about what you want and you're making the adjustment. It doesn't mean you can't change your mind. Not at all. We're not looking for you to be this fixed partner that has masculine energy. In fact, most masculine men don't want a masculine woman. We don't want to be doing this kind of stuff with you, which is coming up in a moment. the third main thing that will keep men away from you. But being flaky, like you don't have a clue, there's nothing cute about that. It's nothing cute about that. Men are on a mission and they're looking for a partner, either one, to be a trophy wife who she just sits there, she's for sex, she's for play, which for some of you, that's what you want, right? I mean, that's why you keep being flaky. Or he's looking for a helpmeet, someone who can partner with him, not in masculine energy, but someone who has goals, dreams, and values that she shares with him, and they're both after it. They're cultivating a life together that coincides, that's cohesive with one another, so they can have this blissful exchange where she's fully her, he's fully him, and they're coming together to be them. Okay, that was corny, but you know what I'm talking about. So, which woman do you really want to be? Do you want to be the flaky woman who's just a toy or a tool? Or do you really want to be respected, loved for who you are, and still very feminine in your energy? Stop being flaky. And then last but not least, men never want to be with a woman who does this third thing, which is the worst thing ever. A woman who likes to argue. Oh, we hate it. Do you understand that as a man, we are out in the world, unquote, or in front of our computers, or in meetings, negotiating, going back and forth all day long, trying to sort through people's emotions to get what it is we need to move things forward, making decisions just like women do. And when we come home, all we want to do is play. We don't want to bring work home. Sometimes work forces us, I get that. Just like for some of the women it does. But push that crap aside because you're in a relationship. And when you come home, hopefully you're with the person you say you want to be with. And if that's the case, it should be all love, laugh, and play. Few to-dos. To-dos have to happen to, unquote, move forward. But it should be all love, laugh, and play. It should be a safe space for him. Yeah, he should be able to come home and rest. I remember when my stepmom was alive, one of the things that she would do when my dad worked in the factories is, and he'd have to come home and do the entrepreneurial gig in the evenings. When he first got home, she'd go, "Hey, Marquise, hey, Q, hey, Peach, hold on, let your dad take a nap." She would allow him to find his peace. He had an early start to the day. She knew he had an evening ahead. It would allow him to rest, clear his mind. And then when he'd wake up, she'd kiss him and they'd connect and he'd come out and be with us. You know what? That made him a better man. And his woman protected that. The same is true for women. Those of you, you go to work, you do your gig, don't you want to come home to love and embrace and celebration for who you are versus controversy and conflict and proving and fighting and arguing and back that bull crap? Like, just think about it. You're supposed to be the place of peace for one another. So if you want to be in a relationship with a man that wants to be with you, you've got to stop doing these three things, the worst of which is number 3. In the scriptures, it says, better to be in a corner by yourself than in a beautiful house with a nagging woman. Let that crap go. This is Coach Marquise. Listen, join my free VIP group. We talk about relationships and things like that. Go ahead and click join the links below, as well as ring the bell, subscribe, because there's more information coming to you free just like this. Like, comment. I know you have something you want to say, and share it with people that you love.